11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
Coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. You are looking live at the Strip in Las Vegas, but that's not what we're about today. We're inside Silver State Stadium as we got the Chicago Wildcats at 4-4 coming in to take on the Las Vegas Fury at 3-5. I am Jeff Melanishin, and joining me in the broadcast booth is Eddie Gage. Eddie, what are you looking forward to in this game today?
What up, though, SFL Nation? In my opinion, Jeff, this is going to come down to a battle of attrition and who can survive come the fourth quarter. Both of these offenses, not among the top 10 in the SFL, but their defenses have both been opportunistic. Pan Vegas, who has the league-leading 25 turnovers in the SFL, make the difference on defense to bring this one home.
Oh, this is going to be a good one, and this is going to have a lot of playoff implications as well. But what are a couple keys, Eddie, for the game today for Chicago and Las Vegas?
For Las Vegas, Scott Johnson was their bell cow in their win versus Florida just 2 weeks ago. He has struggled for the most part this season, but he's shown signs of potential. He can be their bell cow on offense. For Chicago, since coaching changes in Chicago have occurred, their offense has sputtered. They started this season averaging about 34 points a game, but since those changes have been made, offense has struggled. But their defense has continued to step up. Can they do so and bring their fans home with a win?
We are getting set for kickoff, coming to you from Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas. And we're going to get this one kicked off as Vegas is going to kick this one, and we will get this one going. Chicago 1-3 on the road this season, and their win came back in week 4, 41-20 over London. And they're averaging 20 points per game on the road. Meanwhile, Las Vegas is 3-1 at home, averaging 29.2 points per game. Something's got to give here, and we are underway. And it's going to be brought out to the 21-yard line, and we will see the Chicago Wildcats, led by E.T. King, the wily veteran. The rest of the starters on the offense: halfback Robert Johnson, the fullback Mike Improta, the receiving core Davis Reed, Greg Soto, and James Tobon, and the tight end, Benjamin Warner. As E.T. King will get ready, he will go under center, 2x2 set with Johnson in the backfield. Short drop. We got fire to Johnson coming out of the backfield, and he's going to be hit and wrestled down for a pickup of 2 on the play.
Las Vegas coming out in a 3-3 look, which I'm kind of surprised about considering Chicago's run game this season. We'll see how it holds up.
And the defensive line is Rhett Sawyer, Tank Hutt, and A.K. Jones. Linebackers, Slyn Shady, Eric Davis, Day Drury. The secondary, Thomasina Rahman, Merrick Itera, Thomas Rahman Jr., Nicky Colantrelli, and Max Jackson. As E.T. King's just got to fire this one underneath to Johnson. He's going to be hit and wrestled down and broken up by Thomasina Rahman on the play.
Thomasina Rahman showing great closing speed on that play, Jeff.
Not a good start for the Wildcats. It's 3rd and 12 upcoming from their own 19-yard line. E.T. King is in the shotgun formation all by himself. Empty set here on this 3rd and 12 play. Pressure in his face, and down goes King for the first sack of the night.
E.T. King sacked 12 times last week versus Jacksonville. Not off to a good start here, as the receivers were unable to get any separation from these defenders.
And you got to think maybe it was just the long routes there that led to that sack, but the defensive tackle got in there quick as it was A.K. Jones getting in there for the sack. And we will see the first punt of the game, and we will see Travis Warren, and it's going to be called for a fair catch at the Chicago 49-yard line. So the Vegas Fury are set up in perfect real estate here in their opening possession.
Great field position to help out an offense that's been, kind of struggling as of late, but we'll see if they can take advantage of it here.
We'll see Tom Rahman as he will start under center. He's got Johnson and Britton in the backfield. Chicago looking like they're bringing the blitz here. And they back out of it, but Rahman drops back all sorts of times. Going to fire it out, but it's going to be intercepted. And it's going back the other way. Jesse Vick, nobody's going to get him. Chicago will get the lead. Touchdown.
It did not take long. One play, and it comes out in a pick six. Jesse Vick, who already has 2 interceptions on the season, gets his third right there. Vegas comes out in an I tight end flex, looking to go deep. No one was open. He decided to check it down to his tight end, but there was great coverage on the outside as well, and they'd have been better off throwing that football away, Jeff.
Yeah, one pass, and it's to the house, courtesy of Jesse Vick, and that's his 20th career interception, and it goes to the house at Chicago. They didn't look good on offense, but when you got a defense that can do that, and we talked about that coming into the game, both defenses know how to take the ball away.
Absolutely. Vegas, as we mentioned, has 25 turnovers this season. Chicago, not too far behind them. And wow, just like that, I mean, talk about this, the excitement being taken away from this crowd. Vegas has to find a way to get it back.
As we take a look, the takeaways coming in, Chicago with 15, they're 11th. But Las Vegas with 25 takeaways, they're second. But give credit to Chicago, that's 16 takeaways now.
Not what this Vegas offense needed. We'll see if they can bounce back.
As Ems kicking the extra point through 7-0, and he'll get this game back underway. And the kick is away. It's going to be fielded 1 yard deep in the end zone. It's going to be brought out past the 20 up to the 24-yard line. We'll get the starters now for Vegas. Quarterback Tom Rahman, the halfback Scott Johnson, the fullback Doug Britton, the receiving core of A-Star Merrimanis, John Blades, LZ Pryor, and Mason Kirby, and the tight end Garrison Blue. But now, after that interception, what are you expecting from Las Vegas here on this series of plays?
Maybe they try to relax Tom's nerves with the run game, but we shall see.
Rahman dropping back, gonna fire it, and it's gonna be caught and past the 40 to the 43-yard line, as that will go to John Blades.
One of the more popular plays amongst the SFL among offenses. They like to spread you out. They run 2 slants and a tight end to the corner, and it puts a lot of pressure on those safeties to make a decision.
First down and 10 now with up to the 43-yard line. Rahman under center. Johnson in the backfield. There's going to be a handoff to Johnson trying to go up the middle, but he's going to be wrestled down, but not before he picks up a gain of 1 on the play, and Hendershot with the tackle. And we'll get the starters for the Chicago Wildcats on defense. Defensive line of Mar Rivers, Gerald Giudice, Khalil Thomas, and Danny Stinson. Linebacker, Clint Hendershot, Buddy Blaze, and then the secondary, Ron Huff, Kanye Rockefeller, Jesse Vick, we already heard his name called, and then Jack Hacksaw and Ryan Yosef. And it's 2nd down and 9. Rahman taking the shotgun snap, firing it to Johnson, coming out of the backfield, tries to make a spin move, but the defense is there and ready for it. Kanye Rockefeller with the tackle.
Defense is set back at the sticks. They did not bail up out of there. They were played aggressive. Chicago has been doing it all season. Sat the sticks, nothing was open, forced to check it down.
And now it's 3rd down and 8 upcoming. What do you call in here if you're in the quarterback room or the coaching staff for Las Vegas?
Well, they're coming out here in a trip set off to the left. You got to get a receiver to push those receivers back and press.
Rahman under center, short drop, going to fire this one out to the right. Pass is going to be incomplete, looking for John Blades. And it falls incomplete. They're going to have to punt this one back to Chicago.
I would have liked to see Tom Rahman hold on to the ball just a little bit longer. He had his ex-receiver out there doing what I just said, pressing those corners to bail up out of there and allow something to open up underneath. He did not wait, and as a result, Vegas had to punt this ball.
Davis Reed will be the returner. And you're watching the SFL live on 11 Sports and for the fans. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, you're watching the first controllerless esport where strategy and AI instead of thumbs determines outcomes. Teams submit game plans prior to the simulation, and the results play out live in real time with hundreds of viewers turned players, scouts, coaches, and team owners on the field to create an all-new kind of virtual reality. Visit www.simulationfl.net for more information. As the punt will be brought out to the 21-yard line, we'll see what E.T. King can do. He went 3 and out on the last drive as he will start under center. He's got Improta and Johnson lined up in the backfield behind him. 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation, 1 to the top. E.T. King going to drop back, going to fire it that way, but it looked like the receiver fell or got tackled. It could have been an easy interception for Itera, but it falls incomplete.
4th situation, that ball hit him right in his lap, but it looks like he was looking downfield prior to catching that football.
Surprised that wasn't PI called. It looks like he was tackled. The ball was in the air, so Chicago biting the bullet there. I mean, but Vegas could have been called there for the pass interference, and so it brings up 2nd down and 10 from their own 21. E.T. King dropping back, going to fire this one out to the right. Pass is going to be caught, trying to turn upfield, but stepping out of bounds is James Tobon.
On that previous play, Vegas lined up in press man, had some success. No one was able to get open. This time they dropped out in the zone and gave him the out route. 3rd and 2 coming up.
And a critical 3rd down and 2 for Chicago here early in the game. They went 3 and out, so you don't want to do that on back-to-back drives. And E.T. King will go under center. 2 receivers to the top of the formation, 1 to the bottom. He's got Johnson in the backfield. And he'll have Ben Warner running routes as well from tight end, but he's going to throw it underneath. Pass is going to be caught on the slant route, and what a play that was. Davius Reed with the reception and up to the 39-yard line.
The slant route is one of the most difficult routes to cover anytime you're going to play press man. Davius Reed gets his 16th catch on the season.
And Davius Reed getting closer to career 3,000 yards. Yeah, that's going to be something to watch for tonight. What happens with that? E.T. King, quick throw across the middle. Pass is going to be caught on a diving catch attempt there, and that's Greg Soto with the first reception. Going to be a pickup of 7.
Greg Soto was also the offensive coordinator of this team since changes were made, and that's another route that's hard to defend. Those arrow routes and slant routes are very difficult to defend anytime you're going to play press coverage.
3rd down and 2. And King still under center. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He drops back. Pocket collapsing. He throws it as he's hit, and the pass is going to be caught. Greg Soto with another grab. And what a catch that was, and what a throw. E.T. King holding it in the pocket and just delivering a beautiful throw to Greg Soto.
Great catch indeed, but an even better throw as he was under duress, stood tall in the pocket, knew he was going to get hit, and found his man downfield. Greg Soto leads his team in targets coming into this game, Jeff, with 39.
Yeah, and he's going to keep it going as well as E.T. King dropping back, throwing it to Davius Reed. Pass is going to be caught for a pickup of 2 on the play before being wrestled down. 2nd down and 8.
Vegas, very aggressive on that play. Comes out in a robber look, and that is designed to take away anything underneath.
And with 4 defensive down linemen for Vegas on this 2nd down and 8 play. E.T. King in the back, in the under center, handoff to Johnson, trying to get him going, and instead it's going to be broken up. Pickup of no gain on the play, and he's going to be wrestled down by Slyn Shady.
Yeah, this week 6 signing, Robert Johnson, coming into this game, averaging just over 4 yards a carry. He's been productive despite his tenure in the league.
8th play of the drive, longest drive by either team thus far in the game. E.T. King taking the shotgun snap. He had to corral that from his knees. He throws it, and it's going to be broken up, looking for Soto, but the coverage was there.
Las Vegas, once again, being aggressive on defense. This time they come down, I think it's a cover 8 look. And if they had a post in that tree, in that route tree, it'd have been open for a touchdown. They did not. And Chicago's going to look up and find themselves on 4th down.
And that was broken up by Thomas Rahman Jr., who now has 6 pass deflections on the season, and his 6 interceptions are currently 3rd in the SFL, tied with a whole host of other great corners and safeties in the SFL. And we will see Rob Ems attempt to increase the lead by 3 points here on this 4th down and 8. And the kick is away, and it is through the uprights from 46 yards out, and it's good. So Rob Ems is now 16 of 18 on the season, and he extends the lead 10-0. And we'll be right back. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Ryan Yosef has been just an amazing addition to this secondary for Chicago. As you take a look, an interception last week, and boy, oh boy, he's been doing it all season. 5 interceptions. Just give us some of your thoughts on him, Eddie.
Along with those 5 interceptions, as a safety, he also has 2 tackles for a loss and 52 tackles. You know, mighty impressive on this man. He's been consistent all season long, despite this only being his 2nd season in the SFL. He's progressed along nicely, and Chicago has been aggressive all season defensively, and he is benefiting greatly from it.
And Jesse Vick got the interception to get his 3rd on the season. And Yosef, the leader for the defense, I would say for Chicago with the 5 interceptions, and he's turning in a quite impressive rookie season here for the Chicago Wildcats. Or excuse me, not rookies, in the 2nd season. But as you take a look, Yosef and Colin Trelli, 2 of the more touted interception leaders in the SFL. And boy, oh boy, I mean, it's just where do you pick your poison for either defense?
Yeah, Nikki has been impressive and consistent all season. I mean, she's quietly having a great season.
Rahman dropping back, gonna fire this one out to the left. Pass is caught and then turning upfield with it. Pickup of 8 on the play, as that will be caught by Mason Kirby with his first reception.
Mason Kirby, I can understand why the corner was sitting back. He had an 80-yard touchdown just last week for this Vegas team.
Yeah, he's been doing it all career, as that's now career number 295th reception for him, as he's getting closer to the 4,000 career receiving yards mark. And he's sitting at 29 touchdowns all time as well. As Rahman under center, dropping back, pocket starting to collapse. He's going to fire it out, but it's going to be batted down and almost intercepted by Clint Hendershot.
Clint Hendershot is a linebacker. They are known for their hands, but wow, he almost came down with one there. I mean, considering the fact he's a linebacker, that was great coverage out there by him.
Rahman breathing a sigh of relief, already throwing one to Jesse Vick. Almost had a second one there to Hendershot, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2. Rahman will be under center as he does a short drop. We're going to fire it out to the right. Pass is going to be caught, and then turning upfield and getting close to midfield. He's down at the 43-yard line as the pass was caught by LZ Pryor.
Yeah, Chicago, they started out with a press look there, but backed out of it and allowed him to create space and get open for a 1st down.
Rahman looking comfortable now. 1st down and 10 up to his own 43-yard line. Taking the shotgun snap, throwing it across. Pass is going to be caught. And that's A-Star Merrimanis with his first reception. Or excuse me, that's going to be LZ Pryor with his 2nd grab. And it's going to be another 1st down inside Chicago territory for the first time to the 46-yard line.
Chicago has shown a 3-2 look, and now they show a conventional 4-1 dime. They're pretty much showing all the plays in the playbook this week.
1st down and 10 now, under 3 minutes left to go in the 1st quarter. Rahman, long drop back, setting up his feet and firing it, but it's going to be broken up and knocked away. Looking for Merrimanis there, but it was broken up. Luckily, it falls incomplete. Hendershot was there looking for the tip on the interception.
At the snap of the ball, it looks like quarters coverage, but as I said, once they snap it, he comes flying down the field in a cover 3 look, and if Rahman's impatient, he has a post route wide open for a touchdown.
2nd down and 10. We'll see if they go back to school on that on the sidelines with the coaching staff. Rahman, shotgun formation. Johnson lined up to his right. 2-by-2 set. Takes the shotgun snap. Going to fire this underneath. Pass is caught by Johnson, and then turning upfield with it. He's going to get positive yards. Going to be a 3rd down and 4 upcoming.
Scott Johnson showed excellent burst right there. I mean, he caught that ball flat-footed and was able to get acceleration and get great yardage here on 2nd down.
A good drive for Vegas, as this is the 7th play of their drive. Rahman stepping back, going to throw it across the middle. Pass is going to be caught, and with that, Tom Rahman, he hits the career milestone, over 13,000 career passing yards now as he enters that club.
Yeah, he had 2 receivers open on that play, and he just It's just a matter of which one he chose was more comfortable with on that route.
Yeah, first down and 10. Rahman under center. Johnson lined up. A little split offset as Johnson gets the handoff, and he's going to be wrestled down and tackled for no gain on the play. Buddy Blaze coming up and making the tackle.
Yeah, I would like to see that play go to the right side. He had 2 tight ends over there for additional run support, but they chose to try to apply some foolery there, but Chicago was not fooled at all.
Hand off to Johnson yet again, and he's going to be hit and wrestled by Buddy Blaze yet again, this time for a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 11.
3rd and 11 upcoming. Tom has already thrown 1 interception. He does not want to throw another one here. He needs to be very careful with the football.
Yeah, they do have a chance at possibly a long field goal, maybe even a little closer if they get positive yards here. 3rd down and 11 from the Chicago 34-yard line. Rahman, quick drop, going to throw it across the middle, making this an easier field goal attempt, as that will be a pickup of 6 on the play, as Marimanis with the reception.
I love the decision there. No need to force it. Get yourself in shorter field goal range for your kicker and attempt to bring this back down to a 1-score deficit.
And we'll see Otis Boudreau attempt the first field goal for the Vegas Fury. 18 of 20 on the season. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights. Make that 19 of 21. 44-yard field goal is good, and Las Vegas is on the board. 10-3 the score.
Give this crowd something to celebrate. Give them some confidence. Give this offense some confidence, knowing you can move the ball downfield against this tough, aggressive Chicago defense. Put some points on the board. Get your defense motivated to get out there, make plays, and give yourself another chance.
11-play, 50-yard drive resulted in the Otis Boudreau field goal, and he will kick it here, and it's going to be returned at the goal line by Davius Reed, and it's going to be brought out. Makes a nice spin move, but then gets destroyed after the spin move and up to the 24-yard line.
Davius Reed is no slouch. He's averaging 24 yards per return, which is pretty good.
Now we'll see what E.T. King. What are you looking for on the Chicago drive here for this one?
Well, I'd like to see Chicago, since Shan departed the team, he was their big play threat. Since then, that tight end has been more of a possession receiver. I'd see to get him involved downfield.
And E.T. King throws it. It's going to be intercepted on the deflection. And just like that, Nicky Colantrelli gets his name in the interception column yet again. 1st down and 10, Vegas.
We were just talking about Nicky. She's one of the more unappreciated stars in the SFL this season. Have a great season. Came into this game with 8 pass defense and 6 interceptions. Add 1 more to it. She's having a great season for this Vegas team.
And turning the tide here, getting the momentum back on the Vegas side. Rahman in the best starting field position of the game at their Chicago 26-yard line, 1 yard from the red zone, and he will go empty set under center. Long step back, pocket collapsing, he needs to throw it. He will to the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete.
Jeff, the one thing I do not like about this play is that there is no receiver running up underneath. So if the quarterback is under duress, they have no one to look off to and throw that ball away or throw it to a receiver. So Tom was forced to throw that ball away, and luckily it was not intercepted.
2nd down and 10. Split back formation. Oh, they get a free play. Rahman, will he take advantage of it? He's going to throw it underneath. Pass is going to be cut, but they'll take the free 5 yards.
Wow. I mean, given it's a free play, I'd like him to look at his tight end who was running further downfield on a skinny post. But they'll take the 5 yards.
As Khalil Thomas, the rookie who signed as a free agent for the Chicago Wildcats, will get flagged there, and we have come to the end of the first quarter. Chicago on top 10-3 thanks to a Jesse Vick pick 6 and then a field goal by Rob Ems. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. And we are back for the start of the second quarter. Jeff Melanish and Eddie Gage in the broadcast booth. And thanks to Ike McBride and Mark Chisholm doing the stats for us in the stats truck. Handoff to Johnson. Nice hole up the middle, and he'll pick up yards on the play down to the 14-yard line. And Scott Johnson, that's somebody that they need to start getting going for Vegas.
Absolutely. I was surprised that Chicago came out with that soft box, and Vegas took advantage of it, running a trap right up the middle.
Best run of the day so far for Scott Johnson. First down and 10, and another handoff to him as he will pick up 4 yards on the play down to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, before this, on the previous drive, the first time they actually handed the ball off to him, and perhaps he got in his running backs coach ear and says, "Hey, don't forget about me."
And with Doug Britton also as a fullback, get the double the blocking for Vegas if they decide to do that, maybe closer to the goal line. Second down and 6 from the 10. Rahman under center. Scott Johnson offset in the backfield. He gets the handoff. He's trying to get something going, and he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. Khalil Thomas was there for the tackle for the Wildcats as well.
Jared Judasesi also got in there, and he pretty much clogged that hole up and forced a short gain by Vegas.
Yeah, Jeremy Witherington also in on the tackle as well. So empty set here on third down and 6. Rahman taking the shotgun snap, throwing it, and tried to do a one-handed grab. It would have been better if he just would have came down with it with both hands, but falls incomplete. And so Vegas will have to settle for another Boudreaux field goal.
Rod tried to hold on to that football, but the ball was a bit in front of him, so he wasn't allowed to corral it into his body, and he got hit before he could control it. So Vegas going to have to settle for a field goal here, which is kind of unfortunate considering the field position they started with, but they'll take the points.
And I'm sure the coaching staff will have a talk with Pryor on that one on the sidelines. Like, young kid, you just got to come down with the reception. Don't worry about the one-handed grabs. So Otis Boudreaux, the lefty, setting up for the field goal, looking to pull within 4 of Chicago. Chip shot field goal for Boudreaux. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights from 26 yards out. And just like that, it's a 10-6 ball game for Las Vegas, but maybe just a little bit of a missed opportunity for Vegas.
Missed opportunity, but they did get points on the board. You have to be happy with that. Close this deficit and try and work your way back into this contest.
And so, I mean, that interception and then only getting a field goal, you got to give credit to the Wildcats defense. They could have easily just had that given up mentality, but instead the defense comes out and holds Vegas to 3. As we take a look at the Chicago Wildcats defense, they're one of the best in the SFL, 8th in points allowed per game, and rushing yards. Look at that, only giving up 61. That's second.
Perhaps why Vegas has elected not to feature their running back so much, Scott Johnson.
See if Vegas can try to find some kinks in the armor of the Wildcats defense moving forward. E.T. King firing a pass is going to be caught by Warner and turning upfield. The tight end making a play and up to the 38-yard line.
That play and the success of it is all predicated on pass protection. E.T. King got it there, allow him to clear the zone, get out of there, get a catch and a nice first down.
And what about that? The rookie tight end hasn't had quite the season that maybe he was anticipating, but here, turning upfield, you gotta love that. The throw from E.T. King, getting that receiver to turn upfield and not go out of bounds.
That play is the same play that Vegas ran that led to a pick 6.
First down and 10 now for King, who's under center, and Proda and Johnson in the backfield, 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation, but a handoff to Johnson going up the middle, and he'll pick up 5 yards on the play, second down and 5.
This young running back, Robert Johnson, showed great patience right there. That play was designed to go to the right side of the A gap. Nothing was there. He bounced it out to the C gap and got nice yardage. Second and 5.
On their own 42-yard line. King under center, 2-by-2 set. Johnson in the backfield. Short drop, firing it across the middle almost deflected or intercepted, but it falls into the waiting hands of Greg Soto for a first down and inside Vegas territory to the 45.
As we mentioned earlier, this offensive coordinator leads the team in targets. Not sure if it's because he's the OC or what, because that's just the way it pans out, but he's having a great season for this team despite his tenure in the SFL.
Hand off to Johnson. Look at that hole, and he takes a shot at the end of that play from Colantrelli, but able to pick up 7 yards, second down and 3.
Anytime you get hit like that, you want to show the defense that it does not phase you, and he bounced back up rather quickly.
Corners in the secondary for Vegas coming down here, looking to play a little press. E.T. King throwing it across the middle, deflected up in the air, and it falls incomplete. And getting the big pause is Eric Davis on that one, and it falls harmlessly to the turf.
Very fortunate that play. There's a lot of traffic around the football, but luckily for Chicago, if football fell harmlessly to the ground.
Whereas Nicky Colantrelli wasn't just right there. It seems like his hands are magnetic to the football this season. 4 down linemen for Vegas on the defensive front. Oh,
Free
but
play.
they jump. Free play. First, just inches short, but they will take the 5 yards and get the first down to keep the drive alive.
Had it not been a free play, that'd be 4th and inches, and Chicago have a decision to make. But Vegas, unfortunately for them, it's a new set of downs for Chicago.
A.K. Jones getting called for getting just a little too quick. Sometimes you just gotta look at the ball if you're a defensive lineman.
That's what the coach used to yell out. Don't listen to the audible of the quarterback. Just stare at the football.
So the rookie keeping the drive alive for Chicago. Handoff to Johnson, and he will pick up a gain of 3 on the play before being wrestled down. But Chicago trying to take the life out of the Vegas defense on this drive.
Yeah, they're playing steady football right now, just working their way downfield methodically and haven't taken any shots downfield. We'll see if this continues to work for them.
Second down and 7 upcoming for King, who's under center. And Proda and Johnson in the backfield. Handoff to Johnson, and he's going to be wrestled down. He's going to be picking up a gain of 1 on the play before being wrestled down by Day Drury.
Day Drury, for lack of a better words, he's having a pretty good season as well. When I look at this Vegas team, I haven't seen too many games, but the one I saw, they use him and play him quite aggressively.
Yeah, Day Drury coming in with 71 tackles. Normally it's Lynn Shady on the defensive front, and it's going to be intercepted and going back the other way and taking the momentum out of the drive is Max Jackson.
Max Jackson, the owner of this team, came into this game perhaps jealous of all the interceptions everyone else is getting. Gets his 5th on the season.
And with that, we'll take a break. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports, and for the fans, don't go anywhere. Vegas getting the ball back when we come back. And that's the 27th takeaway for the Vegas Fury, and they tie the Louisiana Revolution with the most takeaways in the season thus far with 27. And Rahman starts it off with a pass to the right, and that's going to be caught, and it's going to be caught by for LZ Pryor there to pick up a 6 on the play.
LZ Pryor getting involved a lot in this offense today. It's already his 3rd reception.
So Chicago with back-to-back interceptions. And now Vegas looking to possibly get some points on the board, maybe take the lead. Rahman will fire it out back to the right side. Pass is going to be caught for a first down, and that's going to be the second straight receiver with the grab. Number 85, Ron Lawler.
What I like about that play is they sent 2 receivers on a 9 route, got everyone up out of there, cleared the underneath zone, and got them a nice catch for a first down.
And on the standings, you see Chicago at 9 at 4-4. And after that, a slew of teams tied at 3-5 and 4-4. So this is a big game for Vegas. If they can somehow pull it out and go to 4-5 and make Chicago fall to 4-5, the standings can get a lot more slicker as we go on.
That's unfortunate he couldn't come down with the football, because if he does, he is off to the races. And it's going to be a race to the pylon.
And instead, it comes up to a 2nd and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Rahman shrouding to the line of scrimmage, and he'll go under center. He's got Britton and Johnson lined up in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Johnson with some good blocking out in front, as he will get 3 yards on the play, 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7. Tom wants to be smart with the football right here, but he also wants this first down to keep the drive alive. You are on a borderline of field goal range, so gotta make a decision here.
Now up to their own 35. Rahman taking the shotgun snap, moving around in the pocket.
Play.
Receiver, nice route coming out of his break, got open and was an easy target. That's LZ Pryor for Tom Rahman. Easy pitch and catch up to the Vegas 44, first down.
His 4th catch on the day. What I like about the receiver right there, he cut off his route and came back to the football, coming back towards the first down marker to avoid that ball getting batted down. Great play.
Now trips to the top of the formation for Rahman, who's under center. Look at that way, almost read and picked off. That would have been going back the other way, but it falls incomplete. Ron Huff getting the pass deflection.
Tom Rahman stared down the receiver the entire way, and it almost led to yet another pick 6. He needs to calm down.
And sometimes you just got to get into the ear of the quarterback, tell him they just settle down a little bit. He's had a pretty respectable game after the interception on his first throw of the game. And there almost had another one, but Rahman under center on the 2nd down and 10, looking to turn the tides here. A handoff to Johnson, hurdles the defender on the ground, and he picks up positive yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Cover 4 looked that time out of Chicago. Corners bailing, but Kanye was able to get back over there and help with the tackle.
Third down and 5. What will Las Vegas call here? Looking to keep the drive alive. Rahman, long step back, looking towards the first down marker. It's caught, and a first down, keeping the drive alive. What a pitch and catch from Rahman to John Blades.
John Blades, we just talked about LC Pryor and his smart route running. John Blades, that's going to be challenged, Jeff. But I like the decision by John Blades. He ran towards the first down marker, saw he was short of it, and cut up field for additional yardage.
The fans here in Silver State Stadium do not like this challenge, as you can hear the boos coming down from the crowd. And this one might be close. Blades on the side. Yep, he got 1 foot down. I believe that's a catch.
He got that right foot down. We'll see what the ref says.
After review, the play stands. The pass was complete.
And the call's going to stand.
Prior to going out of bounds.
I get that challenge, but you gotta take a look at it if it's close. And Chicago loses the timeout, and I think they have one more challenge remaining.
Vegas offense has been moving pretty consistently so far between the 20s. We'll see if we can keep it going.
And just like that, Vegas is inside Chicago territory. keeping the drive alive and moving. First down and 10. Hand off to Johnson. Wide open room there for 5 yards before he's finally hit, and a pickup of 7 on the play.
Vegas run a power play there. The offensive lineman wasn't quite quick enough to get around the edge, but Scott Johnson got 7 yards out of that play anyway.
10th play of the drive for Vegas. This will be the second longest drive for him. And off to Johnson. Nice hole, and he is loose down the sidelines with the escape speed, and he gets hit down to the 4. And he had room to run with that one, Eddie. He wasn't touched until he hit the 5.
Great play once again, Jeff. They ran that power play twice in a row. This time they lined up with 2 tight ends on the right side, as they did earlier in this game. But this time, instead of calling a dive, they ran a power play once again. The lineman this time was able to get outside, and there was clear sailing. I thought he was going to score.
And here's Scott Johnson. We all remember what he did 2 weeks ago against the Florida Storm, as he had a big day on the ground and looking to get it going again. It's been kind of slow runnings for him, but I mean, after a game like this, who knows? And it looks like he's going to keep that going here against Chicago.
Scott Johnson has the potential to get things done. They just need to give that man more opportunities to take advantage of him. On that play, the 66-yard touchdown. Scott Johnson is the future of this team.
Those are big shoes to fill as well, as the running back that was here is now in Vancouver. And Scott Johnson looking good here as well in this game. First down and goal from the 4. Will they give it to Johnson? No, Rahman will drop back. Pocket collapsing. Throws it to Johnson, who makes the one-handed grab before he goes out of bounds. And just like that, he'll get a yard down to the 3.
They gave him a yard. I would have liked to see Tom audible to a trap play. He would have walked into the end zone, and Chicago had a soft box right there.
Second down and goal now. The defense for Chicago digging their heels in here. Second down and goal from the 3-yard line. Rahman handoff to Johnson. Makes a nice move. He breaks out of the tackle. Touchdown, Scott Johnson.
Wow, I love that play. I didn't like the decision to stutter step there because you're on the goal line. Everyone knows you want to run the football, but he did it and got away with it, was able to power his way through. He got some great block on the edge, but he took some individual effort from himself as well to keep those legs turning and stutter into the end zone.
Yeah, as Ryan Barthian was the one that had a chance to tackle Scott Johnson, but Johnson kept his legs turning, and into the end zone he went. And Vegas, it took most of the whole first half to come back, and here they get the lead now and looking to go up 3 points with the Otis Boudreau extra point. High snap, but it's corralled, and the kick is through the uprights and good. 13-10 is your score here live from Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Jeff, Tom Rahman has been consistent all season, but the more they run a balanced offense and get Scott Johnson involved, the more productive this offense has been. And since they started featuring him more in this offense versus Chicago today, they've been more productive.
Yeah, nine attempts for 53 yards, 5.9 yards per carry average. Looking to get that up as well. I mean, looking to get his add to the season as well as coming in. He's at 309 and a 4.1 yards per carry average. And so Chicago getting the football, and with down 3 with 2:10 left to go, what are you thinking that Chicago might do on this drive?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is talk to Davius Reed and tell him, God, you got that ball 6 yards to the end zone. Why are you running it out? We didn't get to the 20.
First down and 10 from their own 18-yard line. Handoff to the other Johnson. That's going to be Robert going up the middle. And that is going to be a pickup of 6 on the play. And so second down and 4.
Yeah, Robert Johnson hasn't run the ball much today either. I'd like to see them get him more involved as well.
And that's the 2-minute warning. Chicago will get the ball we'll keep the ball when we come back. Second down and 4 upcoming. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and for the fans. And the final 2 minutes of the first half, very entertaining first half. It all started with a Jesse Vick pick six to the house. Got the scoring going. A couple field goals traded by both teams. And then Scott Johnson getting going for Vegas, 3-yard run. And he led that drive in the rushing department. And just like that, Vegas has the lead. And so with the last 2 minutes left to go, 2nd down and 2, upcoming Johnson trying to break it outside, but Rahman was there.
Question for you, Jeff. 3rd and 2, deep in your own end. You don't want to give Vegas a football back. Are you taking your time to hike this football? Or are you going to rush up to that line quick and try to get a first down?
I think you take your time, look at what the defense is giving you, then go from there. ZT King trying to do just that in the stretch from Johnson, gets the first down. But more importantly, he gets out of bounds and saves a timeout, with Chicago only having 2 after that failed challenge.
Even more importantly, he gets the first down. Should he fail to do so, Vegas is going to be in prime position to put points on the board before half.
Oh, yeah, that was a good stretch there from Robert Johnson coming out of the backfield, but it doesn't work if E.T. King doesn't give him a perfect throw out of the backfield to do something with it. And E.T. King under center, 2 receivers to the top of the formation, went to the bottom. Vegas trying to get the defensive front going, and it's going to be thrown, almost intercepted by number 55 for Vegas. I was ready to call Slynn, but it's instead Eric Davis who will get the deflection.
I did not like that route tree as those receivers are bunched up in there. If you're going to bunch them like that, you want to spread them out a bit more at the top of the route.
Second down and 10. E.T. King under center. Johnson lined up in the backfield. King dropping back, pocket in his face, and he's going to be sacked for the 2nd time in this first half. Rhett Sawyer getting his name in the sack column, and boy, has he had a phenomenal season this year.
14 sacks, 20 tackles for loss, and after Jacksonville got 12 sacks on E.T. King last week, you know he was just licking his chops waiting for an opportunity.
The number 15 for Rhett Sawyer on the season. Couldn't come at a bigger time. King dropping back, looking to fire this one to the sidelines. Pass is going to be caught, but it's going to be 4th down upcoming, and Vegas will get the ball. And with that sack by Rhett Sawyer, he was only a half a sack from just having 6th all-time in sacks. So he's now up to 71 and a half. And so he's 4 sacks away from Mike Johnson for 5th all-time.
And he'll pass him because Mike Johnson retired. If I was Vegas, I would have called a timeout and went for a punt block in this situation. But they're electing to let the clock run.
And we saw a punt block from Baltimore against St. Louis last night. And with the 10 seconds left to go, almost getting in there for the block. Kick his way. It's going to be called for a fair catch at the 30-yard line. And so with 5 seconds left to go, Eddie, is there any, outside of just a Hail Mary shot attempt, is there anything really that Vegas can do?
No, I just take a knee right here and be happy to go into the locker room with the lead, considering you gave up a pick 6 early on.
And Vegas will get the ball to start the second half as well, but it looks like they're going to attempt to try a Hail Mary as Rahman under center. They had been running the football good, and it's going to be intercepted with 1 second left to go. And Ryan Yosef with the interception.
We were just talking about Ryan Yosef earlier, and this is exactly why I would have just took that knee and went to the half. Chicago came out, played cover 3, and still found a way to get that ball picked off. I would have went to the post on the other side. Perhaps they didn't have a route tree over there. And now Chicago's got a chance at a Hail Mary here, Jeff.
For Garrison Blue, but it falls into the hands. Good play by Ryan Yosef. He's making a name for possibly trying to play receiver. That was beautiful recognition by him. So 1st down and 10, E.T. King, final play of the game, or final play of the first half, but he's going to be sacked and not even try to get the ball off. As what a play. Tank Hutt getting in there for the sack.
Going to go into the half. Vegas is up 13-10, Jeff. But you just wonder, man, Tom Rahman with that sack early on, with that pick 6 early on, he's made a couple of questionable decisions today, and their quarterback's coach need to pull him to the side and have a long talk with him here at halftime. For Chicago, I'd like to get them to get their running game more involved. They haven't run the ball too much today. Not quite sure why, because they've had success with it all season long. Perhaps they saw something on film that we did not see. But I like to see them get their tailback more involved as well. Robert Johnson, as we said earlier, averages just over 4 yards a carry. They did feature him a bit more in this offense today.
Robert Johnson averaging 3.2 yards per carry as opposed to Scott Johnson, who's averaging 5.9. But it's definitely been Las Vegas who's had better of the, I guess, time of possession when they've had the ball. But, I mean, give credit to the defense for Chicago. I mean, again, coming up huge. I mean, a pick six to after you went 3 and out, you get that pick six from Vegas. And then they didn't really do anything after that outside of after a field goal after that. But getting that interception with 5 seconds left to go from Ryan Yosef, that can easily turn the momentum back into Chicago favor.
Especially had they scored on that Hail Mary. I mean, it would have been disastrous for Vegas. I mean, with E.T. King being sacked 12 times last week, I understand Jacksonville's defensive line is better than most, but you want to get the running game going. Vegas has 3 sacks today, 2 of them by one of the league's best in Rhett Sawyer. You want to get some running game to give yourself a more balanced offense and try to, put points on the board without putting so much pressure on your quarterback.
So what are the keys for you for Vegas to close this one out, get the win, and for Chicago, who finds themselves down 3 after being up for most of the first half?
As I just mentioned, Vegas came out throwing the ball. They did not get Scott Johnson involved until I believe it's their 3rd possession of the game. I like to see them keep a more balanced offense versus run and pass to keep the defense guessing. For Chicago, as we stated, Robert Johnson having a pretty good season. Despite his lack of productivity today, you just can't give up on a young man with limited opportunities. You got to give him a chance, give him more times, and get the ball and get himself more acclimated with this defense he's facing against, and give him some more opportunities.
Yeah, and on top of that, you also have Mike Improta, probably one of the better fullbacks in the SFL and not being used at all outside of the blocking. He could probably help you as well if you need a yard or 2 or maybe 3 here or there as the game goes along. You never know when a short game like that could keep the momentum going.
Chicago has not stretched the field vertically here today, and as much as I'm a fan of defense, you'd like to see them do that at least a couple times here and there.
Yeah, that's the sound of Eddie Gage, the analyst joining me in the booth, Jeff Melanishin, and joining us on stats is Ike McBride and Mark Chisholm doing the stats for us in the stats truck. And Las Vegas will get the ball to start the second half. What are you expecting on this drive, Eddie, for Las Vegas?
More of the same, a balanced offense. Continue to also feed L.C. Pryor short underneath, look for Mason Kirby deep, and keep this defense honest.
Yeah, Mason Kirby only has 1 reception. He's been targeted twice, but only 8 yards to his name. As Rahman will start in the shotgun formation, Johnson lined up to his right. Rahman taking the shotgun snap, going to fire to Johnson that way, coming out of the backfield. Oh, but he turns into the Chicago defense. Luckily, they only get 2 yards on the play. That could have been maybe a loss on the play, but Johnson turns it into positive yards.
Yeah, as we stated earlier, he's quick. He gets the ball and he accelerates out of a stop. He doesn't have any momentum going, but he's able to accelerate and get yardage quickly downfield.
2nd down and 8 now to the Vegas 26-yard line. Rahman under center, split back formation behind him, 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation. Rahman dropping back, pocket is clean. He's going to fire a pass. He's going to be caught at the 1st down marker, but because the receiver turned back inside the 1st down marker, they're going to be inches short. It's going to be 3rd and inches upcoming.
And Kirby took a shot to the chest there, Jeff.
But more importantly, he had a 1st down marker if he just would have stayed, but he tried to turn it upfield and instead went sideways, and it's going to be 3rd and inches now. Can Vegas pick up this 1st down? 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Rahman taking the shotgun snap and sitting down in the zone. Beautiful check down read from Rahman as he finds the backup tight end. That's going to be number 85 yet again, Ron Lawler.
I love the patience of Tommy Rahman right there. He got great protection in the pocket, knew it, waited for something to open up downfield, did not see it, and with it being 3rd down, took the safe, easy throw to move the chains.
So now up to their own 40-yard line. Ramen shotgun yet again. Defense looks like it's going to blitz from Chicago, but they're going to throw it to Johnson, who breaks out of a tackle. He's still on his feet, and he'll be inches short. He'll be wrestled and pushed out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
Great catch and run by Johnson, but even better blocking from John Blades, who saw the pass was not going his way, turned upfield, looked for someone to block, and got his buddy a few extra yards.
And always one of the more important drives is the first one coming out of the halftime break. And Vegas looking solid on this drive so far. Ramen to the middle. Pass is going to be caught. And right now, pending the flag, I believe it was caught by Mason Kirby. So first down pending the flag.
I do not like that penalty. They're going to call pass interference. And I think it's going to go on Gerald Giudice. It is. First of all, I'm asking myself, what is he doing back there? But they try to disguise him. And usually when you see a play like that, it's to take away 90-yard slants. Chicago's digging deep into the playbook here, looking to fool Vegas. But unfortunately, it calls for pass interference on Gerald. He's not used to being out there in space, Jeff.
No, he's not. A defensive tackle, normally you want them along the line, not playing in the spy or odd in coverage, but there hurts the Chicago defense. Now first down and 10 for the Vegas Fury at the Chicago 41. Ramen tries to step up, but down he goes, and that's Gerald Giudice making up for the flag as he is all over Ramen now. He is showboating all over him.
He should be looking at the sideline saying, Coach, this is where I need to be, not jumping back in passes, but coming after these quarterbacks. That's where I'm more comfortable. He's able to beat the left guard right there, get off the tackle, make the sack.
And for Gerald Giudice, that is sack number 4 on the season. And it drops the Vegas Fury back 5 yards, so second down and 15. Handoff to Johnson, but he's going to be met in the backfield. Giudice broke that up, and then the cavalry was there. Mar Rivers knows what to do, as that was a tackle for Mar Rivers.
First time we called Mar's name today, back after his brief retirement, came in with 3 sacks, 4 tackles for loss. Add to that category there, now with 5.
And again, Giudice, after that penalty, gets a sack and then blows up the run game. And now it's 3rd and 16 for the Vegas Fury. Ramen under center, short drop back. Going to slick the wrist, and he's going to fire it, and the pass is going to be caught, but they're going to be 4 yards short. So they're still going to have a chance at the field goal, but Pryor not able to get enough for the first down.
It will be a long field goal, so they choose to do so. They're going to try it here, Jeff.
And Boudreaux, 19 of 21 on the season after he's 1 for 1 on the afternoon. And this is going to be a long one for him. The snap is down, kick is through the Vegas air, and it's through the uprights, and it's no good. Hooked to the left. And Boudreaux, more importantly, Eddie, you called it, just maybe it was a little too out of his range.
Young kicker, still progressing. Hang in there, young man. You'll hit him. Not even one Kramer Jackson.
And we'll be back with the Chicago Drive after this. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and for the fans. After the miss by Otis Boudreaux, Chicago and E.T. King will be set up at their own 42-yard line, first down and 10. Their first drive of the second half with 7:03 left to go. E.T. King under center, handoff to Improta with his first carry of the afternoon, and it goes for a pickup of 3 on the play up to the Chicago 45.
Fooled me once. I thought that was going to be a stretch play, but they decided to give it to the fullback and able to get 3 yards out of it.
Maybe they were anticipating a outside blitz or something from the Vegas Fury, but instead it only goes for a pickup of 3. Second down at 7. Defensive line moving around for Vegas. Handoff to Robert Johnson, trying to go up the middle, but it's going to be short yardage there, and then pickup of 3 on the play. Third down and 4. As you take a look at the third down defenses for both teams, both rank in the top 10, but Chicago, 35%, they're not allowing teams to convert third downs, and it happened multiple times today. But look at Vegas, 52% up to 9. Third down and 4 for E.T. King. Gonna fire this one out, but inside traffic, almost intercepted on the deflection.
Sorry.
We both were like, oh no.
At the snap of the ball, it was quarters coverage, and Tom Rahman was fooled because it looked like cover 4, but at the snap, excuse me, E.T. King was fooled, but at the snap, the safety come flying downfield and cover 3 look, and that was almost a disaster for Chicago.
So E.T. King breathing a sigh of relief to after throwing 2 interceptions. That could have been 3. Max Jackson on the return will bring it to the 17-yard line. So Vegas still not in the perfect field position. And when you take a look at the Who You Got community poll, it was a big margin in favor of Las Vegas at 84%, for Chicago 15.9%.
I disagree with that entirely. I understand Vegas is the home team, but these teams are evenly matched. This is almost like 50-50 to me.
In Vegas, after taking most of the whole first half to get the lead, up 3 here. Rahman will throw it to Johnson coming out of the backfield. Only a pickup of 1 on the play. Looked like he let him a little bit too far, but they're going to say he picked up 1.
Well, he let him too far, but he waited too long, waiting for something to open up. Nothing did. If he checks that ball to Johnson about a second earlier, that's going to be at least a 5-6 yard gain, Jeff.
Second down and 9. Rahman under center, 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Johnson offset behind Tom Rahman. 4 down lineman for Chicago. Handoff to Johnson, breaking out of a tackle, breaking out of another one before he's finally wrestled down on the third tackler for Chicago. Now before he picks up a gain of 7. Johnson trying to show all his might on this drive.
One of the first things they tell you in running back school 101 is to keep your legs churning. Looked like he's going to be tackled for a gain of about a yard, but he just kept fighting and picked up 6 more.
Up to 57 yards now for Scott Johnson. Third down and 3. Rahman looking to convert a third down here for Vegas. Hand off to Johnson. Beautiful blocking, and he's got the first down and then some. All the way to the 43-yard line before Joseph and Hendershot has to come over and make the tackle.
Jeff, Scott Johnson has been working on his agility. First of all, Chicago was fooled. They were thinking pass the entire way. They run a stretch play. They got 2 receivers over there to block for him. And did you see the footwork of him dancing back inside, back outside? Great patience by Scott Johnson. It's a first down. I love this young man. You can see the progression he's made since the start of this season.
You got to give credit to the receivers blocking downfield as well as Britton, also the fullback and the tight end, Garrison Blue. Those guys don't get enough love in the blocking game. And a throw out to LZ Pryor, turns up field and inside the Chicago 40-yard line. Don't look now, but Vegas with another good drive.
That's the first time they've called this play all day. He fakes inside, goes back outside. They used to call this play a lot last season. Digging back into the well, calling it again today.
And just look at that quick, when he comes out of his route, he was quick coming out of those routes.
They scored a touchdown versus us last season on that same play in which the receiver got into the end zone by about an inch. Cam called that game, and he was excited. I was pissed.
First down and 10 from the Chicago 40-yard line. Rahman leading another beautiful drive. Hopefully this one results in points. Rahman dropping back, pump fakes. He's going to throw it in the coverage, and it's going to be broken up and falls incomplete. Joseph was there. And when you test Joseph, you're lucky to even have it fall incomplete, as normally it's going back the other way and it falls incomplete. Looking for the backup tight end, Lawler, yet again.
He was. I admire his patience in the pocket. He's standing there tall despite heat all around him, but he either needed throw that ball away or take off and run with it.
2nd down and 10. 2 receivers to the top of the formation, went to the bottom for Tom Rahman, but Scott Johnson is in the backfield. Handoff to Johnson going up the middle, and he gets 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 upcoming, so another 3rd down for Vegas where they're 6 of 10.
Yeah, they've been one of the worst teams in the SFL in terms of 3rd down percentage conversions, but today they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah, coming in, Vegas 41%. That is dead last in the SFL. Looking a little bit better with 60% on the afternoon so far. Looking to keep it going. Rahman takes the shotgun snap. Pockets clean. Taking a shot deep, and it's caught. Touchdown, Vegas Fury.
Did he get over the top of the defense? I have no idea. I thought they had that covered, the snap of the ball. I'm looking at the play forming, but he was able to continue to press. Ran a skinny post, got over the top of the strong safety, and get a touchdown.
John Blades with career touchdown number 20. And what a route it was, and what a quick strike ability from Rahman. The cannon is always in full force with Tom Rahman, and there he finds John Blades for the touchdown.
At the snap of the ball, I thought that was cover. It was going to be at least deflected. How he got past the defender there, I have no idea.
John Blades now is 2 receptions away from hitting career 300. We'll see if he can do it here in the game as the extra points through the uprights and good. Las Vegas extending the lead up by 10, but Chicago gets the ball back. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. Don't go anywhere. And we are back to Silver State Stadium in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, they were down 10-0, but have stormed back for 20 unanswered points, and it's now 20-10. But Chicago looking to get the momentum back on their sideline. Davius Reed with the return up to the 23-yard line. So, Eddie, with that being said, down 10, what can Chicago do to get back into this?
There's a lot of football left with about, just over a quarter left. It's not too late to get their running back involved, Robert Johnson, and, work their way back into this contest.
He's been quiet. And it's split back behind King. 2 receivers to the top of the formation. King dropping back. Blitz coming, but he gets it off to Improda, who's going to be tackled for a pickup of 1 on the play. Colantrelli with the tackle.
That's a very athletic play to come down with that football for a fullback. They aren't comfortable with putting their arms above their heads. He was able to get that football and got drilled and held on to it. That's very impressive by Mike Improda.
I give credit to Colantrelli coming down and laying the wood on Improda.
Yes, he did.
2nd down and 9 from their own 25-yard line. King taking the shotgun, empty set formation, snap and throwing it. Oh, but going to get credit for the deflection. Number 21 for the Las Vegas Fury, the backup corner for Las Vegas. We'll get credit for it. That's going to be Joseph Dredd.
Hit the stomach of the receiver, but apparently they called it a deflection.
3rd down and 9. Chicago hasn't been good today on 3rd down conversions. They're 3 of 8. E.T. King will fire it, and the pass is going to be caught by Soto. We haven't heard his name called in the second half. but he's going to show up here in the last 3 minutes of the third quarter. Big grab and extending the drive for Chicago.
They needed that third down conversion, get some momentum going. Their offense has sputtered here in the second half so far, and Vegas has fought their way back into this contest and taking this 2-score lead. Chicago needs to get some momentum going and put some points on the board here.
And hey, if I'm not mistaken, that's been the go-to play for Greg Soto in this game today. It seems like all of his catches have been that post route. As King will fire it out to the left. Pass is going to be caught by Soto trying to turn upfield, and it's going to be for a pickup of 4 on the play.
What I like about that throw from E.T. King, he saw it was tight coverage, and so he threw it toward the boundary, the outside shoulder of Greg Soto, to not allow that ball to be deflected. Great throw.
Stuck it down in 6. E.T. King under center, and Proda and Johnson in the backfield. Handoff to Johnson, who hurdled the defender, and he's going to be picking up a gain of 1 on the play before wrestled down by A.K. Jones.
Robert Johnson needs to learn a little bit of patience. He had the A gap open, but for whatever reason decided to cut outside to the C gap where there were a slew of defenders waiting on him.
3rd and 4. They already converted 1 third down. Can they convert another one? 4 down linemen for Las Vegas, but they get out of that, and it's going to be thrown underneath, and that's not going to do it. Slyn Shady with the easiest tackle he'll have on Robert Johnson. 4th down and 3.
Vegas showed blitz right there, backed out of it with the weak side linebacker. E.T. King thought he had pressure that there was not there. Should have held on to the football.
Punt for Chicago upcoming. And so get your player position locked and loaded today through our Discord server and the SFL Minor League, SFLM. Now, 9 teams. There are more opportunities than ever to be the player you've always wanted to be. Join the Discord community through www.simulationfl.net. The 2nd season of the SFL Minor League starts in October, so it's coming up, only a month away. 2020. Contact Deputy Commissioner Andrew Ristelli on Discord for more information. As Mac Jackson on the return to the 16-yard line, 1st down and 10. Rahman under center, dropping back. Fire this one out to the left. Pass is going to be caught and out of bounds, but enough to move the sticks. And again, Mason Kirby with another reception, and that's just easy pitch and catch for Tom Rahman.
Once again, the cornerback, Kanye, bailed up out of there, and it's kind of hard not to blame him because Mason Kirby has shown time and time again he can be a deep threat, and they use it to his advantage to press him and get outside for an easy conversion.
1st down and 10, now up to the Vegas 27-yard line. Rahman, step it up, throwing it deep, but it's going to be intercepted, and Chicago getting the ball back.
The last thing Vegas needed was to give Chicago the football deep in Vegas' own end. He threw an ill-advised pass. Kanye was not fooled, came back to the football, got a great interception to get this ball back to his team.
42 interceptions for the career of Kanye Rockefeller. And he's having quite an impressive career as that, one of the best in the secondary to ever play in the SFL. And he comes up with a big, important interception to try to get the momentum back on the side of Chicago. King throwing it to Johnson, coming out of the backfield, breaks out of a tackle, then takes a hit, and he's going to be down. But not before he picks up a gain of 5. Colin Shelley coming down yet again.
This crowd was buzzing a moment ago with excitement, and now all of a sudden you can almost hear a pin drop after that interception.
And the crowd trying to come back to life to help the Vegas Fury on defense. King split back in the shotgun. 2nd down and 5. He takes the shotgun snap. Quick throw out to the left. Pass is going to be caught by who else but Greg Soto. He gets out of bounds. Pick up 3 on the play. 3rd down and 2.
Greg Soto's having a great day today. That's his 6th catch. 10 toes down. 3rd and 2 coming up. Chicago.
Now important 3rd down and 2 upcoming for Chicago. Looking to extend this drive. 4 of 10 on 3rd down on the afternoon for Chicago. King, short drop, firing it, pass is going to be caught, and a 1st down as the pass is caught by Buchanan Simons. We haven't heard his name called all afternoon, or excuse me, James Tobon with his third reception on the night.
I thought they were going to check that ball down to Robert Johnson, who was wide open on the flat. But she instead to go with this, E.T. King decided to go with the skinny post. I thought it was going to be deflected.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Everybody put your fours up in chat and stay tuned. This is going to be one of the best fourth quarters of the season as Chicago down 10, but they got the ball and marching. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and for the fans. And we are back from Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Jeff Melanition, Eddie Gage in the broadcast booth. Ike McBride and Mark Chisholm doing the stats for us in the stats truck. Chicago looking to keep the drive alive. Pass out to Robert Johnson coming out of the backfield. Tried to break out of a tackle, but it'd go for a pick up a 3.
Jeff, both of these teams have been playing aggressive on defense all day. Rarely do you see them drop back, except for the couple of times you've seen Kanye drop back in that cover 3 look. I would love to see one of these quarterbacks take it to gamble and throw the ball downfield.
Chicago 17 yards from the end zone. Trips to the top of the formation for King, who drops back, firing it to the left, but it falls incomplete as he was looking for a devious read. And your slate of games upcoming. The Crowd Play game coming up next following this one. And you can download Crowd Play, our new partner for 2020, and play the game about the game. Follow the action and answer questions for a chance to win a share of $1,000 prize pool. Remember, the game is coming up next, Mexico City at Lone Star. You got Mike Cirillo and Benji Matson on the call for that one. As Robert Johnson with a pickup there. It's going to be 4th down and 3, so the Vegas Fury defense coming up big.
Considering the circumstances, Chicago started with the ball deep, and Vegas is able to hold on 3 points. That's a celebration for the defensive coordinator of Vegas.
We're going to see Rob Ems come on to attempt the field goal, looking to pull a little bit closer. The kick is up, and it's good from 30 yards out. So Chicago is down 7 now, courtesy of Rob Ems' field goal to make it a 20-13 ball game.
One possession game. This is anyone's ball game. If I'm Vegas, I'm coming out. I'm going to continue what I've been doing, featuring Scott Johnson with a balanced attack offensively with some short, easy throws for Tom Rahman. Occasionally take a deep shot just to keep the defense honest and try and increase this lead.
7-play, 28-yard drive after the interception by Kanye Rockefeller, and the return up by Max Jackson to the 23-yard line. So Rahman will get the ball at his own 23.
Max Jackson, one of the better returners, but he doesn't have a kickoff return for a touchdown this season. You're just wondering when it's going to come. He's 30 SFL, averaging over 27 yards of return.
He's been held in check today. Give credit to the Chicago special teams. Oh, and another free play for Tom Rahman. He's going to take the shot across the middle of the field. Pass is going to be caught by who else but John Blades.
I think that's LZ Pryor there, Jeff.
Yep, LZ Pryor with the reception. He's been used heavily here for Vegas. Nice to see, as it's going to be neutral zone infraction on the defense for Chicago. And just
That's
not
gonna
a
be-
good way, giving 3 yards to the Vegas Fury.
That's going to be his 7th catch on the ball game. He came into this game 3rd on his own team in catches, but he leads his team today.
And Rahman finding him is more important. So the game plan working for Vegas, going to school on the Chicago defense. The linebackers moving around for Chicago. Rahman taking the shotgun snap, firing across the middle, but it's going to be broken up by Hendershot yet again, getting his hand in there and breaking it up.
Hendershot is known to be a run-stuffing linebacker, but he's shown a couple of times today his skill in pass coverage as well. Reminded me of B.J. Lovelace out there with that pass coverage.
Hendershot and Slim Shady, the 2 middle linebackers for both teams, been doing it for a long time. 2 of the best. Rahman dropping back, firing it to the left, and the pass is going to be out of bounds. Let him just a little bit too much. Mason Kirby couldn't get his feet down.
He had to be because Hendershot was threatening to pick that ball off had it been on target.
And again, the 3rd down defense coming up big. Vegas has been the one the better of the 2 on the 3rd downs, converting 7 of 11 for 63%. Meanwhile, Chicago 5 of 12 for 41. So flip-flopping here on the 3rd down defense. But can Chicago's defense make a stand here? 3rd down and 10 from the Vegas 37. Rahman will take the shot to the right to the sidelines, and the pass will be caught. John Delays with the reception, but it falls 4 yards short of the 1st down marker.
I don't mind him checking it down, though, Jeff. There was no one open downfield. Chicago played that great and forced a short throw to dump off, and Vegas kind of a punt here, giving Chicago a chance to tie this game. Oh! Coaching on the defense here, Jeff.
Oh, Chicago's getting called yet again.
Is that enough for a 1st down? I don't know.
Stokes.
It was 4th and 5, but it's just going to depend on the spot of the football.
Yeah, it was 4th and 4. Waiting to see.
Chicago,
1st down. And
Vegas offense is back on the field.
What a turn of events. Chicago, boneheaded penalty there. They have been doing a lot of neutral zone infractions in the game today, and this one probably the worst of them all. Rahman throwing it out to Johnson. The pass is going to be caught. Short gain there, but they're at midfield. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7. Britton with the reception.
You don't see too many coaches call this play in the SFL. It's a delay for the fullback getting out if no one is open downfield. That was a nice play.
Chicago, the defense needed to make a play. This is the drive that it's on. 2nd down and 7. Rahman throwing it across the middle. Pass is going to be caught by Lawler, the backup tight end, doing magical things in the 2nd half.
One of those magical things was holding on to the football as he got wrecked as soon as he got the ball.
1st down and 10 now to the Chicago 39-yard line. Rahman under center, split backfield behind him. Johnson, 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation, went to the top. Rahman will fire it out to the right. The pass is going to be caught, and it's going to be a pickup of 5 on the play. There's another one for LZ Pryor.
That play again. He fakes inside, stops on the dime, heads back outside. Easy pick up 5 yards unless you're playing short zone.
Now down to the Chicago 34-yard line. Dink and dunking their way down the field. 2nd down and 5. Hand off to Johnson. He'll carry defenders for a pickup of 3 on the play. 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2 coming up, Jeff. You can hand this ball off to Scott Johnson and put yourself in position to get back to a 2-score lead, or do you take a chance here and look for someone short to pick up the 1st down?
Vegas is 7 of 12 on 3rd downs on the afternoon. Defensive front moving around for Chicago. They back out of the blitz. Rahman will chuck it down to Lawler, and that's not going to work because Buddy Blaze with the tackle. 4th down and 4 upcoming.
Now, instead, you're looking at a 50-yard field goal when it would have been around 47. Every yard counts in the SFL when it comes to these kickers.
And more importantly, Boudreaux has already missed one today from this many yards out. So it's going to be, I'm surprised. I wouldn't even be surprised if they would have went for it, 4th down and 4, but they're going to try for the Otis Boudreaux field goal to extend the lead back to 10.
50 yards out. Left-footed kicker.
Snap, a little bobble there. The kick is up. And this one is good from 50 yards out. He missed one earlier, but regains the form, and Boudreaux extends the lead to 3. And just like that, Vegas back on top, 23-13. But Chicago will get the ball back when we come back. 6:08 left to go. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. And we are back with 6:08 left to go. Boudreaux tacked on a field goal to make it 23-13, but Chicago is going to get the ball back. Reed will field it 2 yards deep in the end zone and will bring it out, trying to get something going, and he's going to be brought down at the 19-yard line. And so the Week 9 headlines, Eddie, which one are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to the Louisiana-Jacksonville matchup. Louisiana travels on the road. Jacksonville's got a monster in their hand and Reggie Streeter. Louisiana hasn't facing a tough pass offense. It's going to be a battle.
Yeah, look at that. London trying to continue their improbable run, winning 3 straight. Pass out by E.T. King, but it falls incomplete. Oh, diving attempt, but it just couldn't get it.
Receiver got bumped early in the route, messed up the timing, and caused that incomplete pass. These referees have been, keeping their whistles in the pocket in terms of these pass defenses out here today, Jeff.
Yeah, they did call one pass interference, I believe, against Chicago. It was Gerald Giudice.
Yeah.
Earlier in the third quarter, I believe, but then he made up for it and getting a couple sacks and blowing up some run plays. So 2nd down and 10. E.T. King will fire it to Robert Johnson coming out of the backfield. He's got plenty of room out there. He gets hit at the 1st down marker. He's going to be inches short.
Yeah, they're getting Johnson involved in the pass game, but with just over 5 minutes left, they're going to have to start to look downfield, which they haven't done much of today.
They're down in inches. Chicago's 5 of 12 on 3rd down attempts this afternoon. King will hand it off to Robert Johnson. He'll pick up the 1st down and then some on his feet and be brought down at the Chicago 39-yard line. Good run by Robert Johnson.
Good run, even better blocking on the interior. The center and both guards created a big hole from the walkthrough. Look at that. It doesn't get much better than that.
Best run of the afternoon, I believe, for Robert Johnson. And there it goes. Nice pickup now to the Chicago 39-yard line. 1st down and 10. E.T. King trying to put some points back up on the scoreboard after Vegas getting the field goal to extend it back to a 10-point ball game. 2 receivers in the formation. E.T. King taking the shotgun snap. Will fire it out to one of those receivers going on the route, and that's going to be James Tobon with the reception. Incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. E.T. King I've called a couple of his games. It just seems some of these out routes, he just leads the receiver a little bit too much.
It was a bang play. I thought he might have got that left foot down, and Chicago is going to challenge this play. Greg Soto not having none of that.
They already lost one challenge, and here they're going to challenge this one, and R62 will go under the hood. We'll take a look on replay.
Let's see if he got that left foot down.
Just got to get 1 foot in the SFL.
Yeah, he got that left foot down. Yeah.
I think that would be a 1st down.
After review, the
And they don't.
Ooh, R62 will say the play will stand, so incomplete. And Chicago losing a timeout here, and they have no challenges the rest of the game. And now with 2 timeouts left, that could come back to hurt them, especially if the game gets a little close and towards the end of the game with 4:56 left to go. And from the Chicago 39-yard line, empty set shotgun formation for E.T. King. He takes the snap. He's going to fire a pass. Is going to be caught. And a first down on the play. They're going to hurry it up. Greg Soto will get the ball to the Las Vegas 45. They saw something they liked, and they're going to try to keep it going against Vegas. E.T. King will fire it that way, but it was perfectly weighted for it by Nicky Colantrelli, who could have had his second interception of the game, and it falls incomplete.
Was gonna get it. The snap of the ball. I was looking at the coverage. I'm like, if they go back to him, that could be going the other way. But he was unable to hold on to it. Played defense for a reason. But wow, I thought that was going the other way. Hit him right in the chest.
Breathing a sigh of relief is E.T. King, and the Chicago offense is now 2nd down and 10, still from the Las Vegas 45-yard line. 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation, 1 receiver to the top for E.T. King, and Robert Johnson is to his left. King taking the shotgun snap, will fire it out to the right. Pass is going to be caught by James Tobon, who makes the reception, pick up a 4 on the play.
Both of these teams are playing aggressive on defense, Jeff. The strong safety came flying down and was waiting for a slant route to come his direction, return it the other way.
Big, important 3rd down for Chicago. 3rd and 6. And E.T. King will be in the shotgun empty set formation. 5 receivers out wide. It will be 6 when the tight end goes out. Hit as he throws, and it falls incomplete. 4th down and 6 upcoming. The pressure, Slint Shady on the blitz, gets home to E.T. King, disrupts the play.
You took the words out of my mouth. I saw it. I couldn't tell if it was an inside sting or an inside buzz. You know, he came flying down the snap of the ball and forced that ball out early.
I've seen that a couple times in this season for the SFL. Is defense, if they're going to go for it here, 4th down and 6, I'll get back to that thought here after this play. King, shotgun formation, pressure coming. He fires it, but it's going to be incomplete. He had 2 receivers wide open. Tobon was one of them, and it falls incomplete. No one could hold on to the football.
He should have went to the tight end. Vegas been squatting on these routes all day long, not giving them anything underneath. They must have saw something on film, Jeff.
The last 4:31 upcoming after this quick commercial break. 23-13, Vegas on top of Chicago. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the SFL and I Love the Sports, and for the fans. And after the failed fourth down conversion from Chicago, Vegas will get the ball at their own 42-yard line. Rahman dropping back, firing across the middle. Pass is going to fall incomplete. Looking for Mason Kirby, but a rare drop for Kirby and falls incomplete. But Eddie, going back to what we were talking about, with that blitz from Slim Shady, is it just me or am I seeing more teams using or utilizing the blitzes from the linebackers this season?
With all these new coordinators out here taking over for other teams, you know, you're seeing different philosophies, different personalities, and everyone puts their own spin on things.
Defense moving around for Chicago. They got 4 down defensive linemen. Rahman will fire it out to Lawler coming out of the backfield, and he will make the reception, pick up a 4 on the play, 3rd down and 6. So critical 3rd down for Chicago, looking to get the stop.
This is Chicago's most important 3rd down of the game if they want any chance of keeping this game alive for their team. And give the offense more time on the play clock, on the game clock. They need to find a way to get off the field right here, Jeff.
3rd down and 6. Johnson lined up in the backfield, offset behind Tom Rahman, who is under center. Handoff to Johnson, and he'll pick up short gain on the play, pick up a 2. It's going to be 4th down and 3 upcoming.
Vegas decided to play conservative, and the linebacking core for Chicago was Johnny on the spot. They read it immediately and closed it on the football, short of the 1st down marker.
If you want to get yourself a Tom Rahman Las Vegas Fury jersey or maybe a Ryan Yosef Chicago Wildcats jersey, well, Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. And replica jerseys are out now. Get your name on the back of your team's or your fan favorite team's jersey and visit the team stores and libraries for purchasing options through sector6apparel.com or through our website at www.simulationfl.net. Just hit the shop button, and Sector 6 is sectorsixapparel.com. As the punt is away, so Chicago will get the ball at their own 16-yard line.
I was a spelling bee champ, but thanks for that info, Jeff, because that was a long time ago I won that award.
I always like to help the community out and the viewers. So E.T. King taking a shot. Pass is going to be caught. And just like that, they move close to midfield. They're at their own 42. Greg Soto will get that reception, and they're going to hurry it up to the line. 2 timeouts left for E.T. King. He's been in this situation many times before. Can he lead Chicago? But this time it falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Let a receiver just a little bit too far there as he had pressure building down on him. Tank Hutt, all in his face, forced that throw earlier than he wanted to.
3:18 left to go. 2nd down and 10. E.T. King looking to put some points up on this board for Chicago. Down 10. Got to get something going here in a hurry. 2nd down and 10. Takes the shotgun snap. Pocket starting to collapse. He throws it before he's hit, but it falls incomplete. The pressure was getting home yet again for Vegas. Rhett Sawyer looking to get in there.
We were just talking about it. Vegas brought Dave Drury on the blitz, and he didn't get home, but he freed up Rhett for one-on-one, and Rhett took advantage of it.
3rd down and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Trips to the bottom of the formation. One receiver up top for E.T. King. Pressure coming in his face. Throws down the run. It's going to be intercepted by Vegas. And going back.
He's going to go.
Is open into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Touchdown, Thomasina Rahman.
About the blitz, Jeff. And Vegas comes out in a 3-2 cover 4 that brings a slot corner on what they call a cat blitz. ETK was not ready for it. Disguised the coverage. He breaks off the route, cuts in front of the receiver, and returns it for a pick 6. Chicago got a pick 6 to start this game. Vegas looking to end it with the pick 6 of their own.
Play Vegas keeping the turnovers alive and the takeaways is now they are number 1 in the SFL with 28. So they tie Louisiana, and then that one will put them on top as Thomasina Rahman adds the 3rd interception. And more importantly, that's her second touchdown of those interceptions this season. You take a look at the takeaways. Vegas, they have 3, so they're up to 29 takeaways, or 28 takeaways. Chicago, 15. Boy, oh boy, what a game we have witnessed here today. 3 interceptions for Chicago, so they're up to 18 takeaways.
He also had a tackle for loss for a corner. That's impressive.
2 touchdowns for Thomasina Rahman on the season. Ties the SFL with 2. Couple defensive backs are tied with 2 touchdowns. As Davius Reed, with his best return, brings it out to the 21-yard line. So E.T. King, after that interception, was leading a beautiful drive, and then all of a sudden it went up in smoke, and now 30-13 Chicago. They are getting really close. They're on a 3-game losing streak, looking to at least turn the tides here, but this one looking bleak here with 3:01 left to go. King throws it, but it's going to be broken up by Slyn Shady, looking for Ben Warner, the tight end.
One thing I like about both of these defenses today, despite Vegas putting up 30 points, they both came out sort of a variety of play calling. That time, once again, it looked like a cover 12 look, but no, at the snap of the ball, it's cover 3.
In their own 21, second down and 10, E.T. King, shotgun, empty set formation. Trips to the bottom of the formation, 1 receiver to the top, but Warner will go out as well. Throwing it out, and it's almost going to be intercepted, but it falls incomplete. Tank Hutt, the defensive lineman, not known for his hands, and there he showed it.
These defensive coordinators these days, they're putting out all the stops. He actually audible to an out route. They took that away, and he had to throw it to his secondary receiver, which was almost picked off.
3rd down and 10. King looking to get this 3rd down conversion. Gonna fire a pass, is gonna be caught by Tobon, who makes the reception up to the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10. They're gonna hurry it up here. King taking the shotgun snap. Gonna fire it underneath, but it's off the hands of Warner, and it falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 with 2:39 left to go.
That skinny post that E.T. King completed a moment ago is exactly what I'm talking about. When they want to come into the cover 3 look, hit that skinny post and get them out of that immediately.
2nd and
10. What are the Wildcats going to call here on this 2nd down and 10? King under center, drops back. Pocket starting to collapse around him, and he's going to down he goes. Another sack for the Vegas Fury. Rhett Sawyer with another one. Tank Hutt got the sack on that one. Has throwing it underneath. It's going to be caught by Robert Johnson. He's going to be laid out right there by Max Jackson.
Deep in their own end on the 32-yard line. They're forced to go for it on 4th and 16, down 17.
6.5 points. And we've come to the 2-minute warning. We got the final 2 minutes coming up. Vegas extending the lead with the pick 6. Thomasina Rahman, but Chicago looking to keep it going. It's not over yet. 4th and 16 coming up. You're watching the SFL on 11 Sports and For the Fans. The final 2 minutes. Jeff Melanish and Eddie Gage coming to you live from Silver State Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas, after being down, intercepted yet again by Vegas. What a defensive effort they're putting in. Into the house they go. Touchdown, Vegas.
Jackson, I believe that was on the interception. It is looking to close this gap between him and his teammates with the number of interceptions. Takes that one to the house to close this game out for Vegas. Wow, look at that, a snap of the ball. Once again, they came out with another variation of the cover three. Max Jackson goes flying to the center of the field. He started out on the left side. E.T. King never saw him. Fooled him right into that throw. Touchdown, Vegas.
And the winds have come out of the sails of Chicago here late in the second half as Vegas extending the lead yet again. That's their second touchdown pick six. Thomasina Rahman had one just a couple drives ago, and now Max Jackson, and he gets his second interception. So Colin Trelli with the one, Max with two, and Thomasina with one. And they keep extending their lead in the takeaways for the Simulation Football League. They're still number one. That is now the 30th takeaway for the Vegas Fury.
Somewhere in Louisiana, actually in Jacksonville now, as they're in Jacksonville, the defensive coordinator is taking a look at that, and he's going to be keeping an eye on them. The number of turnovers hopefully he can force today.
The kick is away by Boudreaux, and Reed will bring it out. And again, another questionable return from Reed. Sometimes you just got to know when to take the knee in there. Chicago, it seems like they have always been behind the 20-yard line.
Devin Hester, Chicago receiver for a long time, kick returner, was often given a green light. And I'm guessing Davius Reed was given a green light as well to try to make something happen for this offense.
First down and 10. E.T. King throwing 4 interceptions. And again, another game where he hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. Throwing it out here, pass is going to be caught by Greg Soto, who now has 9 catches, 116 yards on the afternoon. Pick up a 7 there, second down and 3.
Greg Soto has been the offense today for this team, but unfortunately for him, it's only generated 26 yards of offense.
Second down and 3. King under center, and Proda and Johnson lined up in the backfield. 2 receivers to the bottom of the formation, 1 to the top. Blitz coming for Vegas, but King will fire it out, and it's going to be caught by Davius Reed for a first down to the 33-yard line.
Davius ran a great route right there. It was press coverage. He was able to work his way open, get downfield, get an out route, get out of bounds, and stop the clock.
And remember, coming up following us, Mexico City and Lone Star in the Crowd Play Game of the Week. Remember, you can download Crowd Play, the new partner for the Simulation Football League for 2020, and play the game about the game. Visit crowdplay.com for more information, and you can win your share of a $1,000 prize pool by answering questions. It's caught by Davius Reed. No question about it. Can he go? He will! E.T. King with a touchdown, and Davius Reed, the prayers are answered for the Wildcats. And it's going to be a little bit closer, but they're still down a little bit here. But 37-19, Chicago not done yet.
Davius Reed showing his strength to get open. Once again, they applied press coverage, and once again, he was able to beat it and work his way downfield before he was able to work his way out of bounds, get a first down, showing his versatility. This time, he gets upfield despite the press coverage, beats the strong safety, and works his way down to the end zone.
And he outran Merrick Itera to the end zone. And Chicago will kick the extra point attempt. I was thinking maybe they could go for 2 here, but they're going to call on Rob Ems for the extra point.
Max Jackson looking to get another interception. This time should have just allowed him to catch the ball, tackle him, and keep the clock moving.
A minute 30 left to go. It's going to be onside kick here upcoming for Chicago as the extra point attempt is through the uprights and good. So down 17 now, 37-20.
As you mentioned, onside kick, I'm coming. They're going to need to find a way to come up with this football if they're going to somehow work a miracle and come back and make this a ball game.
Could we see a miracle in Las Vegas? Kick is away. It's going to be fielded by Vegas, and so we're going to see some knees here in Chicago with only 2 timeouts after that failed challenge a couple drives ago. Leaves them with just 2 timeouts left. And so as we take a look for the remaining schedule for Chicago and Vegas, Chicago, they play Denver at home, then they go to Atlanta, and then they have to play at home against Lone Star. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they are at Atlanta, then home against Denver, and then at Mexico City. So with the win here for Vegas, they will move to 4-5, and Chicago will move to 4-5. So a couple of big games for the last 3 weeks for both teams, Eddie.
It is, and I'm surprised that Vegas is throwing a ball right here, it's particularly downfield, with this game already in hand.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But more importantly, I mean, we haven't really seen Scott Johnson in the whole second half.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, right? I mean, when your defense is scoring 14 points off of turnovers for you, I guess who needs a running game?
He featured him a bit early in the second half, but yeah, you're right.
So the last timeout will be taken by Chicago. So with 1:21 left to go, all but over. So yeah, Vegas will move to 4-5. And I mean, with the way that some of these teams are playing, Cam is still going to have his hands full with these tiebreakers.
Well, hopefully Cam works the numbers and sees that Arizona deserves to be in that playoff hunt.
If anybody wants to donate to Cam's coffee fund to keep him up for doing these playoff scenarios, as you take a look at the standings, the top 11 will make it, but Arizona at 4-5, and then Atlanta 4-5, St. Louis 4-5. It is not going to get any easier for Cam the last 3 weeks.
Well, he gets paid rather handsomely. I think he'd be okay.
Everybody will move to 4-5.
It seems like it, doesn't it?
I mean, it's incredible the amount of teams that, you know, were at 4-4, 3-5. It just shows that the parity in this league, and from week to week, you just never know.
Well, I guess you can start calling Cam Nostradamus because he predicted it, that this season would be the SFL's most competitive ever in terms of the parity in this league. And it turns out that he's been right.
And Vegas, are they really going to kick this field goal?
Wow. I mean, that's just adding.
It could be ice in the wound here against Chicago.
Salt on the wound, indeed. I mean, come on. What are we doing here?
Boudreaux with time expired, kick it through the uprights, young fella. 47 yards out, 40-20. And remember the last meeting back in season 13, the only time that they met, Chicago won 30-23, and that game was also in Las Vegas. So Vegas putting the salt in the wound of Chicago, and they get the win by 20, 40-20.
I did not anticipate Vegas coming in here and putting up 40 points today versus the Chicago defense. But we got to keep in mind, 2 of them came via the pick 6 variety. And they were able to come in here, energize this home crowd, and get a win over a tough Chicago team that, despite their woes, I mean, their defense has been leading the way all season long. But Vegas found a way to, once they got Scott Johnson involved in this offense and took some of the press off of Tom, they got the offense going, and it's been fixing ever since.
Tom Rahman finishes with 281 passing yards. He was 34 of 47, 72.3% completion percentage, two touchdowns, 3 interceptions for a QBR of 74.9. Meanwhile, E.T. King, he finishes it a little bit better, 283, but he was 29 of 50, 58% completion. So you got to get that up a little bit. And then he had 1 touchdown, courtesy of Davius Reed in garbage time, and then 4 interceptions, not the QBR that he was anticipating. 47.
Not at all, but there's a lot of football left. I mean, there's still 3 games left in this season, and anything can happen. We've seen it before.
So
Who do you
more
got for player of
importantly,
the game, Jeff?
yeah, I think it's gonna be Max Jackson, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. If it was gonna be 3 people with 1 interception, I think it would have went to either Thomasina Rahman or Max Jackson. But I could see Thomasina getting it, especially with the interception. It looked like Chicago was mounting a comeback, and then her pick kind of sealed it. But I think it's gonna be Max Jackson with the 2 interceptions and the touchdown.
It's gonna be difficult. They usually tend to give it to offensive players. Wow, I have no idea. I mean, hey, defenders are important people too, you guys. Let's remember that. But I don't know. This is gonna be tough. I think I would probably give it to Max Jackson as well.
And more importantly, we are not done yet. Coming up in just a matter of moments, Mexico City at Lone Star, Michael Cirillo and Benji Matson are going to be on the call for that one. That's the crowd play game. Go ahead. Questions already up. Get on the app, crowdplay.com. More information. You can win money, cold hard cash, $1,000 prize pool. And that's going to be coming up next. And we're not done. After that, you got Vancouver and Sioux Falls kicking off around 6:30, and then Florida and Portland, and then Fort Worth and Charleston will finish out the Sunday slate of games in the SFL for Week 9.
Vancouver has one of the better run defenses. How will they fare up versus Sioux Falls? Tune in and find out.
And there it is, the player of the game, Max Jackson. And so, on behalf of the Hall of Famer Eddie Gage and Ike McBride and Mark Chisholm on stats and Commissioner Executive Producer Cameron Irvine, my name is Jeff Melanishin. Thank you so much for tuning into this presentation of the Simulation Football League. Michael Cirillo and Benji Matson with the call coming up for you guys next. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Arizona, I love y'all. Thanks for coming. Good night. Drive home safely, everybody.